Watch CNN Jim Acosta get laughed at. President Donald Trump reduced the briefings given by the press secretary.
Taking on a new role, overseeing the president's entire communications operation, giving up some of his day-to-day duties at the podium. Now, while Spicer's new title is still being decided, the White House is calling it a promotion. But this comes with tension growing among reporters who are just not so happy about the administration's fewer press briefings that they've been holding in recent weeks. CNN's Jim Acosta blasting the White House just yesterday. Watch him.
The White House press secretary is getting to a point, Brooke, where he's just kind of useless. You know, if he can't come out and answer the questions and they're just not going to do this on camera or audio, why are we even having these briefings or these gaggles in the first place? That's the White House behind me. The White House. And it's bizarre. I don't know what world we're living in right now, Brooke. We're standing at the White House and they bring us into the briefing room here at the White House and they won't answer these questions on camera or let us record the audio.
Was he at the White House? I think he was at the White House. Was that the White House? He's throwing a tantrum.
These substitute teachers are brutal, man.
He's pretty,
no mercy.
pretty upset.
Wrap your knuckles, Anthony.
Indeed. But, you know, Washington Post reporter says the president and his supporters see the press corps as hostile to him during those briefings. So that's one of the reasons they want to back off. Watch.
It isn't just Trump. It extends to all of his supporters, too. His supporters believe that the press briefing has become a medium by which the media persecutes the president.
Okay, so the question is, do we really need these pressers at all? I mean, why not do it off camera? Why not just write down the answers in old-fashioned style, like a real reporter? Ask a question, write down the answer. Do you really need to have it
because this is the year
constantly?
2017, and people are used to visual communication.
Well, Jim Acosta likes
more
his
than
fights,
ever.
right?
Well, yeah, Jim Acosta needs to eat a ham sandwich because it looks like his sugar was a little bit low. You know, people like that need to get a grip on themselves, and unfortunately, we've lost all sense of reality and rationalism. Yes, we do need to hold the White House accountable, regardless of who the occupant is. But also, the press needs to be at least somewhat objective.
See, I watch these, Melissa, at 2 o'clock, and I'm like, what are we getting out of this right now?
Entertainment.
Yes, entertainment. But
ratings.
You know, as a nation,
I mean,
aside from the TV thing, is it worth it for the administration to be doing that?
I'm not even making a joke. I mean, the ratings, I think this is why the press corps wants them all the time. They know it's fodder for the whole rest of the day and for SNL and everything else. I mean, they want the content. It has nothing to do with trying to serve the public as they could. Maybe some. Okay, I shouldn't blanket everyone with that. But it mostly has to do with, we were talking about this, you get addicted to the content for everything that they're working on, even though they claim they're not getting the answer to their question, but they want it back, but they say no one's telling them, you know, when they're sitting there giving them any information. I understand it is without question the responsibility of the press secretary.
But Anthony, you know all of these people.
I would say a couple things. First of all, as a fellow Italian, Acosta should be eating cannolis, not ham sandwiches.
Yum.
Secondarily, I do believe that we should keep the time-honored tradition of having the press briefing. I do think that if Sean is taking a different role, appears that he is, that maybe they'll change the strategy around the briefing. And I think there are ways to make that briefing a little less hostile, and there are ways to restyle the way the questions are being answered in a briefing like that. That will put those reporters on their heels a little bit, and I think that will happen. I don't know who the person will be behind the podium, but my guess is that style.
Dana Greeno said the same thing. Yeah,
it seems like it's very antagonistic. His relationship with the reporters, and they ask him a question, he sometimes gets a little bit flustered, and it turns into something as opposed to, say, the smooth sailing we saw recently from Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
And that's the thing. Years ago, we didn't used to have these daily briefings. I mean, over the course of this country, they're definitely a newer development that we have. And so, yes, the press wants them. They want to have them every day. And as you said, Melissa, it's material for the rest of the day because it doesn't even matter if they get the answer they want.
No, it's better if they don't.
Right, because then they have the back and forth where they're in the shot, Spicer's in the shot, they're back and forth, they're pushing. Look at how we needle him. Look how he won't give us an answer. I mean, that is material for them aside from any kind of real content.
And if they don't get if they don't get an answer from Sean Spicer, they can just use an anonymous source, right?
Right, there's that too.
Convenient.
When I say material, I mean, I want to qualify this because we're saying, they want material. Of course, they're going to say, yes, we want the truth. We want answers. We want what's out there. And I think that's disingenuous. I mean, they are looking for the fight in a lot of cases because it does make more interesting television.
The mainstream media is hostile to the president.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he needs this as a counter-communication strategy to the mainstream media. Just another reason why I'd like to see these daily press briefings continue.
This is Sharon reporting from Bad News. Thank you for subscribing to our channel and giving us a thumbs up. Please feel free to leave us a comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you.